It feels good to be back in the world of John Wick. This is Ballerina, not to be confused with the Ballerina movie that came out on Netflix. What was it, like 2 years ago? Probably like a year ago. However, this is starring Ana de Armas, and I've been really impressed with what she's done lately with her career, and to see her do something like step into the world of John Wick is really interesting because it's it goes to show you, how physically demanding these movies are. And man, does she really show off what she can do in this movie. She plays Eve. Eve is very similar, you know, um, not quite exactly like John Wick. And they do make mention that this takes place in between 3 and 4. Now, I would have to rewatch to kind of see if this movie fits in really well with just the rest of the movies, because that's one thing that's going to be important with the spin-offs that they're about to be doing, is how it connects back to John Wick. But anyways, like I said, this is pretty much Eve's story. John Wick, however, is in this movie, but he's not as much involved with this movie as much as I thought he would be, which is good. This is mainly all about Eve and her getting revenge on people that were involved with killing her father. Very simple, basic revenge story, and expanding more on just the lore of the world of John Wick. Things like the Continental, they had that TV series, which a lot of people were pretty mixed on, but I still enjoy whenever they expand this universe. This, we see a little bit more of the director. We see that she's like that Russian chick that is also John Wick's foster mom. So it's interesting to kind of see her and Eve's relationship. And I feel like they left a lot of things kind of open with this movie in case that they want to go back to this with sequels, because Eve is dealing with wanting to get revenge and dealing with this cult, but also getting thrown into kind of like this rescue mission at the same time. So she's dealing with a lot. And this is her kind of early in her career. And she's able to kind of keep up with a retired, not retired, but of out of prime John Wick is pretty impressive. You do see her get fucked up a lot, but the difference between Eve and John, Eve likes to fight, man. Eve likes a challenge. She don't give two fucks. She's relentless. She's very stubborn. And what I like about her character in this is she's very witty, and she definitely is good at just maneuvering and being just very crafty. There was just really a lot of overall dope fight and action sequences throughout this movie. Some just involving dishes. There was one that involved a flamethrower. Amazing. But my favorite thing about Eve is how much she loves grenades. That's all I will say without spoiling anything about that, but you'll see what I mean when you see it. That's some of my favorite moments. And I think they did a good job of just kind of putting Eve by herself and having her flaws and things that she has to kind of overcome. And now she's kind of stuck in a similar situation as John at certain points. I'm cool with it. I will say, though, there are certain aspects to this movie that do feel a bit rushed, or things that they could have fleshed out in a sequel or something. I will be curious to see what they do with Eve's character after this. If there's going to be a Ballerina 2, she's going to pop up in John Wick 5. I have some theories about what they could possibly do with John Wick 5, but it definitely seems like they're taking a lot of characters that are still alive in the universe And maybe down the line, there's going to be another, like, kind of a team up movie in the near future with this franchise, or maybe it's just going to be, these individual stories. They're never going to kind of pop up in a John Wick movie. It's really interesting. This was a fun time. I think it fits in well with just the universe of John Wick, the over the topness, the stoicness, even some of the humor. I don't think a lot of the humor really worked in this movie per se, but that doesn't take away my enjoyment of this. You should definitely go check this out. This comes out this weekend as I'm recording this, even though I got to see it early. Definitely go check this out. It's not going to be worth it. It's not going to be a waste of your time. It's a 2-hour movie. I think it's like 2 hours and 10 minutes. So there's action from the minute it starts to when it's finished. I never felt bored like other movies. Final Reckoning, cough cough. But that aside, let me know how you feel about this movie in the comments below. Where would you rank this in amongst the other John Wick movies? I feel like it really does kind of have a mixture of 1, 2, and 3. More so like self-contained, like 1 and 2 has like a lot of the ridiculousness and over the topness that 3 had, and really cool fight choreography and dope action sequences. It just didn't really reach the peaks of 4, which I didn't expect it to, because that was like a build-up. But I want to see more of Eve's character. I want to see more of these spin-offs and just how they flesh out this universe, or what goal do they have with this universe moving forward. But I'm done yapping. Till next time, I will see y'all in the next one. Peace.